and welcome to the Buffalo Civic Center for CTN's live coverage of girls high school hockey. Tonight, the Bison host the Champlin Park Coon Rapids Fighting Bluebirds. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro up above the action, and Howie, two teams very early in the season, two teams still looking for win number one.
Yeah, and it's really early for Buffalo. They didn't have any scrimmages this year, so their first game of the season was the first time they had live action on the ice against another squad. So they'll see additional improvement, but it's interesting. Bluebirds got a chance to play about 3 games earlier before their season start.
Well, and for the Bison, they took a tough one against Brainerd Little Falls and then came back and forced overtime against Moorhead, but ended up losing in the extra session. For the Bluebirds, we saw that game last Thursday night hosting a very strong Wayzata club, and they played them strong but still lost. I think it was a lot closer than the 7-0 final.
It really was, and that first period was indicative of the way that I think that the Bluebirds would like to play. Wayzata, as you talked about, a really good team, came in number 8 in the polls, and they really stepped it up after that second period, but it gave Coach Gutterman's team an opportunity to learn what they needed to do and how they needed to improve.
Yeah, and for the Champlin Park Coon Rapids Bluebirds, we knew she would be one of the leaders for the team this year. A junior on the blue line, Kylie Scott, and she looked good in game number 1.
She's such a good hockey player, and she really controls the action for the defense for the Bluebirds. And she really makes things happen back there, and an opportunity again to feed her teammates. And I think for the Bluebirds, it's trying to get shots on net tonight because they didn't get a lot of those up until that third period in the game against Wayzata.
Well, and as I mentioned, for the Bison, they were down by a couple to Moorhead, came back and forced overtime. Getting contributions from their leaders is a big key, and they hope that continues here tonight. Yeah,
and Reagan Worms is certainly an excellent player for them. Has been on this varsity team since the 8th grade. Their leading scorer, she is their goal scorer. They will look to her to get their offense going, and the Bluebirds have to keep that in mind and keep some bodies on her.
Yeah, non-conference action, but still a chance for both teams to get a little bit of momentum early in the season. Puck drops between the Bison and the Bluebirds next on CTN. Back at the Buffalo Civic Center, Bison and the Bluebirds ready to drop the puck. One of them, knock on wood, will walk out of here with their first win of the season.
Yeah, this is a young team for Buffalo. I mean, they've got a number of 9th graders that are getting significant ice time, but they do, Joe, have a nice group of seniors that are kind of leading those young players and showing them the ropes, so to speak. And we talked about the Bluebirds, and I think when I talked to Coach Gutterman, we talked about keys to this game, and we he said we just have to get more offense. We have to get offense. We have to get offense and score some goals because that'll be the key for us tonight.
Well, and again, no offense to the Bison, but a little bit more. A little bit softer opponent than is Wayzata, who through 2 games now has not given up a goal to start the season. Off the opening draw, Coon Rapids, Champlin Park trying to get it in deep. Emma Strauss able to fire it in, bouncing puck over the stick of Grace Bergstrom. She recovers, plays it around behind, waiting for it as Kayla Johnson plays it up the boards, kept in there by Nola Milton. Milton again jams it in deep, recovered there by Englund. Englund will turn and come up, challenged by Strauss, able to sidestep, gets the pass to Marlo Reynolds. Reynolds ahead for Johnson. Johnson trying to get it back to her. That was broken up. Champlin Park Coon Rapids swings it around the boards all the way back to the Bison end. Recovered by Kaylee Ruth and played across. Strauss challenging. It goes off of her stick, up and out of play into the Buffalo bench.
Joe, want to wish a very happy 17th birthday tonight to Shelby Julian. You see her right there, number 10. Happy birthday, Shelby. And I heard she brought some treats. I'm hoping some will be sent up here to Joe and I.
I wouldn't hold your breath. She did get the start here tonight, though. Abby Ness forcing it in deep for the Bluebirds. Kubu takes it behind, then reverses. Backhanded pass attempt out front by Del Castillo. Recovered in the corner by Tara Beza. Tara Beza looking for room, ran into Del Castillo. The pass to Ness. Her backhand goes wide into the corner. Brooke Johnson back in the lineup. Here's a chance. Tara Beza scores!
Oh, what a beautiful feed right to Molly Tara Beza. No defender around her. Molly made it happen. She puts it in the back of the net, and the Bluebirds get on the board early.
Good quick feed by Ness from behind the net. Tara Beza wastes no time and bangs one home to put the Bluebirds on the board. Just a minute 22 into the game.
Look at that pass, just beautiful, and nobody around.
No chance for Maddie Moots, the Bison netminder. And the visitors a very early lead.
So Molly Tara Beza will get the first goal scored under the Todd Gutterman coaching. Here, first goal of the year for the Bluebirds.
Off the draw, Kylie Scott battling for it, hacked off her stick. Ness gets it into the zone, will dump it in deep. Tara Beza down there to challenge. The Bison play it up the far boards. Good pinch there by Del Castillo. Tara Beza trying to hold on the near side, comes free to Marlo Reynolds. Reynolds will skate through center. She had one of the goals against Moorhead. Her pass broken up, backhanded chance, nothing on it. Scott trying to skate it out, will bank it off the boards out to center ice. Ness had it and then let it get a little bit too far away from her. Scooped up by Reagan Worm, who skates behind her own net. Worm, her pass taken away by Brooke Del Castillo. And then Kyla Ketting trying to step in, and the whistle for offside.
Coach Ryan Huddy told me today that they really want to. I think the important thing for them is just to keep pace of play. And that's what they're going to hope to do tonight, just trying to control things down in the Bluebird end. Sorry.
Cameron Moser into the zone, trouble, gets a shot off. The save by Boucher. Oh, I'm sorry. We have Madeline Wastrel.
Yep.
The freshman netminder getting the start tonight.
Yeah, Maddie will, Coach Gutterman will rotate goalies at least for the time being between those two young ladies.
Dumped in deep by Julian. Bluebirds get a line change. Englund from behind her own net, pressured by Bolander, gets it out to center. Emma Strauss with it for the Bluebirds. Near side for McKenzie. McKenzie in. Shot save made by Moots. McKenzie trying to get it back up front. Strauss will get it back to McKenzie. Low angle, flips it across through the blue paint. Played off the boards, kept in by Strauss. Hammered at by Milton. Here's a chance for McKenzie, and this time Moots able to hold on. And the face-off in the Buffalo zone.
Well, Bluebird like to, they've had 5 shots already on goal here. Just 13:33 remaining in the first period, so just shortly into this contest. They're getting those shots on net that Coach Gutterman wanted. There's head coach Ryan Huddy. We'll hear from him later after the first.
Bluebirds trying to center from behind the net. It's broken up. Going the other way is Grace Bergstrom. Pass through center, broken up by Scott. She will turn and head up ice. Flips it to herself, pokes it into the zone. That's taken away and turned around by Bergstrom. Kept in there by Bolander. Strauss behind the net. She bumped off it there. And now recovered in the corner by McKenzie. McKenzie played off it. That pass off the stick of Hepner all the way to the Bluebirds end. Kylie Scott back the other way. Will backhand it in deep as the Bluebirds complete a line change. A loose puck, and McKenzie takes it away and then run into by her own teammate as Ness was challenging the puck coming fresh in off the bench.
That was a dangerous play for the Bison. Gave up almost an opportunity in front of the net.
Julian will flip this one in. Moots will stick it to the corner. Ness able to take it away there from Kaylee Ruth. Trying to play it out to the point. Gets it back. That shot turned away by Moots. Into the corner. First one on it is Cece Ryden. Worm passes it across out to center ice. Kayla Johnson let it get away from her. Back the other way comes Bree Del Castillo. And now with it is Brooke Johnson. Brooke Johnson going to her forehanded shot right off the cage of Moots. She holds on, and there will be a face-off to her left with just under 12 minutes to go here in the opening period.
We're going to see it again, almost giving up that puck right in their zone, and it was fortunate for the Bison that a couple of Bluebirds ran into each other, or they may have had a good opportunity with the first shot on net.
Played down around behind. Tara Beza banks it off the side of the net. Bluebirds with good pressure. Ness able to get to it. Plays it out to Julian at the point. Julian smacks at it. Tara Beza, a tip waist high that comes in on Moots. And Moots will hold on for another faceoff.
It was a smart play by Molly just to try and tip that puck towards the net. You never know what happens, and something can go in to the back of the net.
Johnson able to win the draw. Ness will carry it deep, trying to center. Nobody home for the Bluebirds. Hefner able to avoid the pressure coming from the blue line by Emily Nicholas. Get it out to center, but then deflected into the Bluebird bench.
Almost
a near miss.
Missed it by that much.
It's a hockey coach, not a baseball coach. Del Castillo will take this draw and win it back to Nicholas. Nicholas unable to get it in deep. She'll battle along the boards. Pressured there by Catherine Reuter. Gets it across for Scott. Ahead and down the wing. Qualley, a shot saved by Moots. Qualley trying to center again. Ryder there for the Bison. Out to center with it is Mosier. And they're able to force it into the Champlin Park Coon Rapids end. Kylie Scott wheels with it. She's got speed through center. Scott right in, nothing on the shot, and relatively easy save for Moots.
Oh, nice job by Kylie to create an opportunity for herself, create a little space, but then just didn't get the good shot on net.
But they're already at 10 shots, just over 6 minutes into the game.
Yeah, no.
This is a team that I think they were outshot 17-5 in the first period against Wayzata.
Yep.
On pace at this point to have 30 shots on goal in the first period. Off the draw, Bolander trying to center, a chance in close for McKenzie, and Moots comes up with another big save, point blank.
Coach Huddy couldn't say enough nice things about Maddie Moots and the opportunity she has in net. She had learned. She learned from a goalie from last year, kind of developed a little bit, and getting the opportunity to be the full-time netminder now here for Buffalo.
Craig Schaus plays it around. Good hold there along the boards by Milton. Played across, tipped out to center by Reynolds, and a race back into the Champlin Park Coon Rapids zone. Reynolds sends it across through the blue paint. Played back in deep. Champlin Park Coon Rapids able to gain control. Emma Strauss ahead. Bolander into the zone. A shot up over the net. Off the end boards, England is pressured there. Turns it over to McKenzie. Back behind the net, Ruth trying to move it along the boards. A lot of blue jerseys there. And now Ruth taking into the corner boards. Keeping that puck pinned deep in the zone. McKenzie comes up with steal, but then lost an edge. This one gloved down by Emma Strauss. Strauss able to hold it at the line, gets it back off of the boards, and sends it toward the net. Finally sent out of the zone by Annika Englund. Here's Scott trying to catch the Bison on a line change. Scott ran into the defense of Kaylee Ruth. Ness trying to center, and that centering pass broken up by the stick of netminder Maddie Moots.
Well, the Bluebirds doing a nice job of just directing pucks towards the net and see if something can happen and something goes in. You know, you always talk about, Joe, it doesn't matter how you score the goal. It could be a garbage type goal, but if it goes in the back of the net, it's a goal nonetheless.
They never ask how many.
Yes.
They never ask how. They just ask how many.
That is right.
And it always a good opportunity, especially early in the game, a good idea to make the goaltender play the puck.
Yep.
Played off the boards, held in by Scott on her backhand. Over to the far circle, trying to cut back in. Tipped off her stick. Brooklyn Johnson holds it in, plays it in deep. Behind the net, Tara Beza cut off from it. She ties up there with Cece Ryden. With it for the Bison is Schwartzer. Can't get it out of the zone. Held there by Del Castillo. And now Bergstrom able to skate to center for Buffalo. Her dump knocked down by Scott, trying to feed Tara Beza on the near boards, and that evaded her. Craig Schaus will play it around for Aspen Adams. And again, Scott able to hold the zone. Scott from the faceoff dot fires it just wide on the far side. Kept in again by Brie Del Castillo. That pass tipped out of the zone by Ryder. Back into the Champlin Park Coon Rapids end. Brooke Johnson will retreat behind her own net. And that pass hit the skates of Ryder, came right back to her, and a loose puck finally poked away by Brie Del Castillo, as that was in a scary spot for the Bluebirds. Dumped in deep by Englund, recovered there by Julian. Tara Beza, long pass ahead for Qualley. Qualley is shot, turned away by Moots. Off the far boards, held there by Brooke Del Castillo. And good pressure early on from the Bluebirds. They are just all over the forecheck right now and making it very difficult for the Bison to get anything going.
Just one shot on net for the Bison so far.
Well, they're having so much trouble getting out of their own end that by the time they get to the red line, they just need to dump and change. This one just dumped out of the zone. Nicholas will get there in front of Reagan Worm. Held in the zone by Marlo Reynolds. Julian back behind her own net. Errant pass was picked off by Kubu, but Bluebirds able to recover and break it up before she could do anything dangerous. Julian swings it around for Nicholas. Nicholas, that pass off the skate of Brooke Del Castillo, now gets it ahead for Kyla Ketting. Ketting all alone, attacking 1v2. Her shot tipped up and over the cage by Kaylee Ruth. Bluebirds get a line change. Nola Milton challenging, forces it back in deep. Ruth trying to break it up the near boards. And now they get it out to Hepner at center. And again, she gets the red line, just dumps it in. They need fresh legs. Emma Strauss circling out of her own end. Strauss into the zone. Will take it deep to the corner. Looking to center. That one's broken up. Strauss able to glove it down on her backhand. Is broken up there by Moser. The Bison play it behind. Played out to the line. Scott fires it to the far corner. Milton will send it toward the net. That was deflected by the defender, Cece Ryden, who has it behind the net. Ryden moves it up the boards, but poked away from Moser. Back behind the net is Englund. Englund's pass taken away by Bolander. Bolander trying to center. And then a clear attempt broken up, a spinning shot. I don't know that made it through traffic. Bolander sends it back behind.
Well, they gave him a shot on net, so it must have.
Back out to center. Strauss across to Scott. Scott sends it into the zone. Turned around quickly by Ryder. Held at the line by Abby Ness. Cross ice pass right to the stick of Ederson, but then she coughed it up. Tara Beza coming in with help out front, and the pass just out of the reach of Abby Ness.
Yeah, beautiful opportunity, though. Nice setup, just a little bit too much on that bat. Love the thought.
Tara Beza with 3 white jerseys around her. Ness over to support, able to come away with the puck, trying to get it back to Tara Beza. Worm in there to help. Able to get it ahead. Kept in at the line by Julian. A good hold then by Ness. A shot, a glove save, and a hold for Matty Moots.
Again, you see 4:28 remaining in this opening period, and the 90-some% of it has been down in the Bison end. And the Bluebirds just, again, just one goal so far, but just doing a great job of pressuring. 16 shots on goal so far here in the first period.
Moots has definitely been busy.
Yes.
And the Bluebirds able to capitalize on one of their first shots of the game, a one-timer by Molly Terabeza. Good hold. There's a shot. Not a lot on that from Abby Ness, but made Moots play the puck again, and Terabeza was right there looking for a rebound, but Moots able to cover quickly. Terabeza behind the net, tried to reverse for Ness. Poked away, now tries to center. Comes free to Brooklyn Johnson. Her pass, or her shot did not make it through. Pregschau's able to get it out to center. Worm at her own blue line. Cross for Reynolds. Reynolds able to sidestep Terabeza. Ran into some traffic. Bree Del Castillo plays it back for Julian in her own end. Off the boards, out to center. Slowed, but got through to Brianna Qualley, and then the Bison able to turn it around. Good step up right there from Hepner. Able to disrupt things, take it away from Ketting at center ice. This one played across. Qualley didn't get a lot on the shot. Stick saved by Moots. Tie up in the corner, under 3.5 to play here in the first period. Nicholas able to hold. Nicholas will shoot. Glove save for Moots. Another face-off in the Buffalo end.
Yeah, you talked about Maddie Moots. She's seeing a lot of the puck here tonight so far in this first period. Bison able to get a few extra players, get a little bit of a change here.
Off the draw, Qualley back to Scott at the line. She sidesteps one player, sidesteps another, and at her pocket pick, but got it right back. Scott behind her own net, behind the net, plays it out to Qualley. Qualley is shot, that came through traffic. Moots able to hold on, and then a little shove for Brooke Del Castillo, who was there looking for a rebound.
Yeah, Moots to say, hey, this is my place. This is don't get in on me when I have the puck.
Well, it's hard to tell that she had it in her glove. It was
in
on
the glove. Now you see the shove. Shove with the glove.
Always play to the whistle. Chance in tight for Bolander. Moots able to shut the door again. Comes back loose to McKenzie, and now Bolander pinched along the backboards, continues to battle, has possession into the corner. Bolander poked off her stick. McKenzie there to help. Knocked away from her, but right to Strauss. Her shot saved by Moots. McKenzie recovers in the corner. Center, Strauss's shot. That one right into the breadbasket. And this time Moots able to hold for the faceoff.
Well, you talk about pressure, and that's what the Bluebirds are applying here in this first period to the netminder, Maddie Moots. Already now 20 shots on net here in period number 1 so far for CPCR.
I'm loving the video screens they have here at the Buffalo Civic Center. And in between, during face-offs, they're playing some South Park hockey videos. It's good, I like it.
Yeah, it's great.
Good hold on the far boards by Nicholas. Got it to Strauss. Strauss from the top of the circle. Misses over the top of the net. McKenzie pokes it back in deep. Strauss tried to center, went off the back of the net. Worm will skate to center, flips it ahead, looking for Reynolds. Pass a little too far. Kylie Scott will circle with it and gain speed through center. Kylie Scott back on the attack, poked off her stick by Pregschau's. Recovered by Bergstrom, who's able to get back out to neutral ice. And here's Abby Ness skating in. Ness, a backhand that's deflected wide. Terabeza recovers, gets it to Ness behind. Ness tried to center. Her stick knocked out of her hands. Tara Beza plays it back out to the point. Turning with it there is Nola Milton and playing it back in deep. Brooklyn Johnson, quick centering attempt, taken away by Swartzer. She gets it out to center. That's gloved down by Anna Kubu, and Bison in offside.
There you can see it again. More pressure by the Bluebirds. The backhand there by Ness. Deflected away. Well, you talked about Brooklyn Johnson. The Bluebirds are very happy to have her back on the ice.
This one played in from center, right on the netminder, Madeline Wastrel, who, by the way, I'm a big fan because she wears number 34.
Yeah.
Centering attempt broken up by Julian out front. Ness on the far boards gets it to Tara Beza, deflects off her stick all the way down right on Moots. Moots waits, plays it back out to center, and right to Reagan Worm. Worm will dump it in deep for the Bison. Milton ahead for Brooke Johnson. Tried to get it ahead to Ness. Instead, will catch up with it herself. Her shot deflected up and wide. Milton coming down, gets it back down for Johnson. Fanned on the pass. Recovered by Kaylee Root. She plays it around behind. And ref thought about putting an arm up on that because I'll be honest, that looked like a body check to me, and it's not a legal play in the sport of girls hockey. This one trickles in on Moots, and she will cover it up.
But they decided to wave it off, didn't call it. We're going to see it here. Just Moots able to cover up on that puck, and
this is it's 2.1 seconds left. I saw Wastrel go to the bench, and I'm like, that's odd without the penalty, but I love this call. That's a good, smart heads-up hockey play. You've kept him down there the whole time. You got an offensive zone face-off with 2 seconds. Get an extra body. Scott takes the shot, and it's deflected wide. But the Bluebirds will skate to the locker room with a 1-0 lead and a relatively dominant first period. We will take a break. So much more to come. You're watching live girls high school hockey on CTN. At Buffalo Civic Center, the Champlin Park Coon Rapids Fighting Bluebirds with a 1-0 lead over the High Post Bison. After the first period, we're joined now by head coach of Buffalo, Ryan Huddy. And coach, a lot of time in your own end. How do you try and alleviate some of that pressure moving forward?
Yeah, obviously, we got running around a little bit. They had some good pressure on us, and that kind of forced us to chase the puck a little bit. So I think the girls just got to calm down. They got to make sure that they're really focus on their positions, and that's where they're going to be staying, and communicate a lot better, and then hopefully we can get that puck out and start moving down the ice.
Coach, when we talked, you had so many nice things to say about your goaltender, Maddie Moots. She really did a nice job of keeping your squad in that in the first period. 21 shots on goal, just the one allowed.
Yeah, she's been really solid for us so far this year, so she knows she's going to have faced a ton of shots, and we need her making that first save, and then hopefully that we can keep those shots in the perimeter, then our D can collapse and clear that puck out, and we're confident in her making that first save.
Your last game, you were behind by a couple, able to come back and force overtime against Moorhead. How much of a benefit is it for the girls to know they can come from behind when they are trailing early in a game like this?
Yeah, I think obviously it's always a confidence boost from a team standpoint to know that you're capable of doing that. I think right now what we need to do is we got to focus on moving our feet. I think we were standing still a lot. We kind of had our feet in quicksand, and we got to get up and get moving and get some of our pace and our speed on going the other way.
All right, well, thank you so much for joining us. Good luck the rest of the way. We'll take another break. We will be back with first period stats and highlights after this. You're watching live girls high school hockey on CTN.
Did you know you can raise backyard chickens? But a permit is required, and there's a limit of 4 female chickens per property. No roosters or other fowl are allowed. And there are specific rules for the chicken coop and run. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
Back at the Buffalo Civic Center, a really good pace to period number 1, especially if you're a fan of the visiting Champlin Park Coon Rapids Fighting Bluebirds. They kept the Bison bottled up in their defensive end, really put a lot of pressure in. But for Buffalo, you have to feel pretty good that you're only down 1-0.
Yeah, you really do, because you look at the shots on goal that the Bluebirds had. They could be up 3-0 at this point in time, and if it wasn't for Maddie Moots, they may be up 3-0. If you're the Bluebirds, you got to feel pretty good about getting that offensive production, or at least getting those shots on net.
Well, they got on the board really quickly. Less than 90 seconds into the game, Molly Terabeza on a one-timer. Buffalo, not a lot of looks at the other end. And you talked about it, Maddie Moots has been up to the task. She has stopped everything since that goal. And I don't know that it was their first shot. It might have been their second or third. But she saw a lot of pucks after that, and she was able to hold on and really give her team a chance to get their feet under them and keep themselves in this game.
Yeah, and for Buffalo, it's obviously getting some offensive production here in the second period, because just 2 shots on net, obviously, that won't cut it for them. They need some opportunities to score some goals.
Well, 17 minutes down, 2 more periods left to play at least. We've got more coming to you from the Buffalo Civic Center next on CTN. Back at Buffalo Civic Center, ready to get period number 2 underway. Wastrel still scuffing up her crease, wasn't looking for the referee's signal asking if she was ready to go. Off the draw, the Bluebirds right back on the attack. Bolander trying to carry out front, had it taken away by Worm, played around. Good pinch there by Nola Milton. Worm will go back the other way, tipped off her stick by Bolander, but she gets it right back, able to get around Julian into the corner, trying to center, that's broken up. Clearing attempt by Lily McKenzie. Knocked down, battle along the boards. Shot deflected into the corner, scooped up there by Reynolds. Reynolds challenged, had it poked away by Milton. Played back to the point, shot through traffic, kick saved by Wastrel. Swung around by Julian and out to center ice, where Kaylee Ruth awaits, plays it across, right back ahead for Reagan Worm. Worm challenged, stops up, trying to center, that was knocked away. Puck cleared right back out of the zone by Champlin Park Coon Rapids.
So it'll be interesting to see if the Bluebirds can keep up that intensity that they had in the first period, Joe.
Good centering thought by Terabeza, but the pass didn't click. Back the other way comes Buffalo. Terabeza, good back check, able to come back, break it up, get it back out to center. Ruth will dump it in. Bree Del Castillo can't get it past Schwartzer. Schwartzer centers, and another save by Wastrel. McKenzie able to get it out to center, but the Bison sent it right back in. Kylie Scott can't get it around Schwartzer. Played to the line, but not out. Terabeza circles with it, looking for Ness. It goes off the heel of her stick all the way down. Icing waved off as Ness pressures all the way to the end board against Ryden. Puck still loose. Bison able to gain control, played to the line, but not out. A deflection in close. Ness hacking away at the rebound, but Moot's able to hold on.
Yeah, Moot's doing a good job of just staying with that puck, as Ness was right there on the doorstep looking for that any kind of a rebound.
Well, and she got a deflection on it right before it got to the net, made it change direction a little bit. Face off to the right of Maddie Moots. Bison able to win the draw. Laho trying to center. That's kicked right back in by Nicholas. A chance in close. Puck still loose, bouncing around. Where is it? Finally cleared behind as Moots was scrambling on her backside in the blue paint. Ness held it momentarily, but the Bison able to force it out to center. Played across to the near side. Ness will play it back in deep. Ryden. That pass doesn't click all the way down. We'll have icing and a face-off back in the Bison end.
Well, the Bluebirds able to get a couple of shots on net in that that last trip down, as we're going to see here. Just a little bit of pressure in front of Moots. She plays the puck. The rebound comes out. Another opportunity for the Bluebirds, but Moots makes sure she keeps an eye on where that puck is, directs it off to the side.
Bluebirds win the draw, out to the point. Nicholas plays it back in. Slapped into the corner by Brooke Del Castillo. Battling for it there is Ketting. Del Castillo there to help. Nicholas with a good pinch. Trying to seal that board. There to support is Brianna Qualley. Played back in deep again by Nicholas. Far side is Bergstrom. She's cut off by Brooke Del Castillo. And Kyla Ketting there to send it around behind. Again, Nicholas with a good pinch all the way down near the hash marks. And again, jamming it back into the corner. Bergstrom will try the other side. And again, Cardinals continue to, or Bluebirds, excuse me, continue to pinch. And that's something that Coach Gutterman talked about is he likes his defenders to pinch.
Yep.
And we see a lot of evidence of it early. Here's a chance out front. That shot changed direction and just went wide for Marlo Reynolds.
Yeah, good chance for the Bison there. Couldn't get that puck directed to the net.
Del Castillo able to get it out. Qualley a little backhand to the front, but pass behind Kyla Ketting. Back out to center. Here comes Marlo Reynolds. We'll just dump it in deep as the Buffalo Bison get a line change. Pass intercepted by Nicole Swartzer. Swartzer will dump it in on the backhand. Behind her own net is Lily McKenzie. She's tied up but gets it to Strauss. Three Bison run into each other. That pass banked ahead just a little too far. Icing waved off. McKenzie gets to it, tries to center. It bounces away from Bolander, recovered by Kubu for Buffalo, but she's pressured, plays it back in behind. Pass across, out of the reach of Swartzer. Scott back to her own blue line. Chips it to herself off the boards. From the top of the circle, that shot hit a skate, went wide of the mark. Scott recovers it, plays it back in behind. Strauss, first one there, plays it back to the point. Johnson. That shot was deflected wide by Bolander. Played to the line, hops over the stick of Scott, but she's able to hold it in. And now swept the length of the ice by Hepner, and that'll be icing again and another face-off in the Buffalo end.
Yeah, Bison started off a little strong here, but the Bluebirds have picked up the pace, and that time just getting rid of the puck, trying to clear some, get some time for a line change here, clear a little bit of the pressure that the Bluebirds are trying to apply.
Well, you can see that Coach Huddy made an adjustment, trying to go to a cross-ice breakout and try and, burn the Bluebirds on that defense pinch. That one through the slot, backhanded back into the mix by Bree Del Castillo. A tie up in the corner. Ness able to force it free to the far side. Ryden moves it ahead, broken up by Brooke Johnson. Held in there by Tara Beza, who gets it down for Ness. Tried to direct it toward the net. This one poked free, and coming along with it is Marlo Reynolds. Stopped up by Bree Del Castillo. And ahead now for Abby Ness. Ness lost the handle as she tried to make a move against Ryden. There's a chance in close. Delayed penalty upcoming as Ness was hooked down. And the Bluebirds will have their first power play of the night.
Yeah, first power play of the evening for either squad. That was a penalty-free first period. And again, just a lot of pressure there. You see the...
Well, it's Tara Beza, sorry,
yep.
got tripped up.
Yep. And then
Ness
that was a great chance
close.
right there.
And it's Worm that ends up in the sin bin for a hook.
And you take maybe their best player off the ice here for a couple of minutes.
Scott holding at the blue line, steps up. Her shot doesn't make it through to the net, cleared all the way down by Cece Ryden. Scott will get there first. Pressured shorthanded from Anna Kubu. Reverses and will skate to center. Kylie Scott in deep. Hit the official in the corner. She's tied up there with Annika Englund. Comes free. Bolander plays it out to the point. Tara Beza's shot deflected and then played in behind the keeper by Ness. Another shot. Puck still loose. And finally, Moots able to hold on.
Little pushing and shoving in front of the Bison net, but again, Moots just staying with that.
Well, and this is something we've also seen Bluebirds doing really well early on, is deflecting pucks, inside that 10 to 15 feet, changing the direction, making it more difficult for Moots. So far, Moots up to the challenge. Off the faceoff, they reset. McKenzie out to the point for Julian. Julian, that shot deflected, broken up, didn't make it through. And now played out to center by Ryden. Julian back at her own blue line. Get to the red line, dump it in, and the Bluebirds will give chase. Qualley, first one there, jams it back in behind. McKenzie has a little bit of space, plays it low, gets it right back from Brooke Del Castillo. A shot right into the glove of Maddie Moots.
Easy save for Moots there. It's just that shot, not a lot on it. And she's able to grab it.
36 seconds remaining on the power play.
Bluebirds, again, trying to get something going on the power play. They're first, as you mentioned, of this game. Out shooting the Bison 8-1 here so far in period number 2.
Looking for that backdoor feed. A good, smart play by Tara Beza, and Bolander just couldn't quite get a stick on it. Tara Beza again looking for Ness out front this time, and it's gloved by Maddie Moots.
You see Tara Beza trying to walk in a little bit. Moots able to make sure that she grabbed that before Ness was there on the opportunity there for Ness.
Ness with a steal behind the net. Trying to center. That was poked away by Ryden. Skating with it to center is Reynolds. Tipped off her stick. Bolander will take it behind her own net. But the Bison able to kill off the penalty. Brooklyn Johnson through center. Looking to center. Went right through the legs of Molly Terabeza. Kylie Scott had it tipped off her stick. Terabeza able to dump it back in. Turned around by Crenshaus. Reynolds into the zone. Played off it by Brooklyn Johnson, who then gets run over by Abby Ness. Terabeza can't get the handle on it. Kubu tracking in the corner, and it taken away by Kylie Scott. Scott along the boards, but kept in at the line by Ruth. Centering attempt broken up by Qualley, recovered there by Hefner. Hefner behind the net. Out to the line, Ryden. A shot that misses just wide, looking for a tip, had Schwartzer out front. Terabeza can't clear. Bison able to get it in deep. Terabeza able to get it out of the zone, so the Buffalo team forced to tag up. This one played out to center. Ryden awaits. Ryden circling, but pressured there by Qualley. Coughs it up. And Ness just dumps it in. Needed to get a line change. It'll be icing. And a face-off back to the left of Wastrel.
Yeah, they'll exchange that icing for some fresh bodies out on the ice. Bison still looking to get their offense going here tonight.
They win the draw here, played out to the middle, and then just dumped in deep by England as the pressure was coming to the point from the Fighting Bluebirds. Bree Del Castillo able to get it out to center, knocked away and played back in by Lajo. Bluebirds able to turn it around quickly. That pass out of the reach of Qualley, and Buffalo able to send it back in. Catherine Ryder there in front of Julian. Julian able to play her off the puck, but then taken away by Moser. Moser tied up by Brooke Del Castillo, and here comes Julian. Julian to center, into the zone, takes the shot, misses wide to the near corner. Turning with it is Kyla Ketting. Played back in by Julian. Right back out by Moser. Bree Del Castillo will dump it right back in on Moots. This one deflected, stays in. Nicholas with a shot, sticked away by Moots. Shot to McKenzie, deflected up and over. Tie up along the end boards. She comes away with a great feed, and Strauss denied on a great save by Moots. Nicholas can't get it through traffic.
She's definitely kept her squad in this contest.
Well, it's a great look from McKenzie and a quick one-timer from Emma Strauss, but sliding across, making a big blocker save was Moots. Slapper from Kylie Scott.
Kylie Scott
held onto.
She put some heat on that one, and Moots able to get it there. Just another great save by Maddie Moots, and watch Kylie Scott come down and put the heat on, and Moots able to make the save.
Scott plays it around behind. Strauss challenged, pinched off it in the corner by Reagan Worm. Worm able to kick it to herself and leads a 3-on-2 to center. Pass off the stick of Johnson, able to recover, but pressured there and coughs it up. As Nicholas continues to pressure Worm all the way out. Shot from the blue line, turned away by Wastrel, played back out front, and then comes in. Wastrel able to save and hold on.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to Kylie Scott's Uncle Mark, who's watching tonight from Green Bay. I suppose you need some things to do when you're living in Green Bay. So he's definitely a huge supporter of his niece, and we certainly thank him for watching, and hopefully he's enjoying the broadcast and turning it down, listening to some music, and not listening to Joe and I.
Kaya Johnson tried to turn and put that one on net, but didn't get much of the puck, and now played out of the ice surface by the Bluebirds. So we'll have another face-off to the right of Madeline Wastrel. Bison able to win the draw, dump back in deep by Bergstrom. Behind the net is Worm. Worm sends it across just out of the reach of Johnson. Played up the boards, kept in easily by Grace Bergstrom. And now it's the Bison able to keep Champlin Park Coon Rapids bottled up a little bit. Finally able to get it out to center was Nola Milton. Buffalo able to send it right back in. Julian behind her own net. Keeps it away from Reynolds. Played along the boards, kept in by Hepner. Hepner tripped up, and Buffalo is going to get an advantage and an opportunity to score on the power play and even things up.
Now, and this is what they needed. They needed an opportunity to see if they can get back in the game. As much as the Bluebirds have outshot them, it's just a 1-0 lead for CPCR.
Molly Terabeza.
Again, you take one of your better players off the ice for a couple of minutes, and the Bison are going to try and capitalize.
Buffalo able to win the draw. Back for Kubu. Kubu is shot through traffic into the near corner. Worm will recover on the midboards. Her shot into the far corner. Kubu will dig it back, bring it back up top. Good challenge. Bolander with a steal at the line from Ryden. She's in shorthanded on the breakaway. Tipped away. Great poke check by Maddie Moots.
Wow. Moots with a huge knock away of that puck.
Scott looking for Ness, who was behind the defense, and the pass just out of her reach. But now Ness with an opportunity, spins around, puts a shot on. Moots handles that one pretty easily. And now here's Reagan Worm back through center. Pass a little late, and Kubu had to slow down to avoid going offside, and Scott will send it the length of the ice. Brooklyn Johnson hustling to pressure shorthanded. Played to the Champlin Park Coon Rapids blue line, turned right back around by Brie Del Castillo. Emma Strauss pressuring. Kylie Scott able to poke it away from Hepner and continue to pressure into the corner. Hepner turns. Pass kicked ahead by Ryder. And now Del Castillo back in her own end, gets it to Emma Strauss. Strauss off the boards for Brooklyn Johnson. Nice move to get herself some room, puts the shot in. Moots will hold on. And a face-off at the Buffalo end. 35 seconds remain on the power play.
So far, the Bluebirds able to stave off the power play and even get some opportunities of their own here, shorthanded.
That was a huge poke check because she was flat-footed.
Oh, absolutely.
And Bolander was going to her backhand, would have had the shorty, but a huge, huge poke check. This one played the length of the ice by Julian. And there's a great pressure from Brooklyn Johnson, broke it up, and the deflection nearly went right into the net. We talked about this in the Wayzata game. The Bluebirds not afraid to send two attackers deep shorthanded, even against high-caliber clubs like the Trojans. And I love that about Coach Gutterman's philosophy. He likes to bring pressure, take away space, make the other team make mistakes. This one cleared out to center, just over 2 minutes remaining in this second period. Still a 1-0 lead for Champlin Park Coon Rapids. Tara Beza, the only goal, scored less than 90 seconds into the contest. This one iced by Buffalo on a faceoff back in their end with 2:03 on the clock.
Yeah, the Bluebirds out shooting the Bison 33-5 here so far with 2:03 remaining in the second period.
Well, the Bison have definitely done a better job in this second period of getting the puck into the Champlin Park Coon Rapids and spending a little time further down, giving Moots a little bit more time to breathe. Only 12 shots so far this period as opposed to 21 in the first. And here come the Bison, a dangerous step up there by Brie Del Castillo, but the gamble pays off as she broke up the pass and they get it back deep into the Buffalo end. Pass doesn't click with Moser. Brie Del Castillo plays it in on goal. Behind the net, Ketting. Out front, a chance and a save on the opportunity for Brooke Del Castillo. They give it right back to her. Del Castillo trying to go to the backhand. That was taken away last second by Catherine Ryder. Ketting trying to force it out front. Del Castillo out to the blue line. Scott, a shot. And Moots able to track it through traffic and hold on for the faceoff.
Again, now you see the Bluebirds getting a little more pressure down in the Bison end. Pretty much like they controlled that first period.
Tara Beza on it in the corner, had it taken away there by Kubu. Tie up along the boards, and Ness able to recover the puck for Champlin Park Coon Rapids. Plays it behind Johnson. Centering, that went off a Bison skate, held at the line by Scott, but the Bison will come to center with numbers. Near side, Kubu trying to center. That was broken up by Brie Del Castillo. Played around out of the reach of Terabeza. Kept in at the blue line. Scott forces it back to the line and sent right back in deep by Anika England. Here's an opportunity for Brooke Johnson behind the defense. Trying to center. Can't get it past the stick of Cece Ryden. Another opportunity. Bouncing puck can't be controlled. Good steal on the stick lift by Brooke Johnson. Spins and fires. Moves able to make the save. Final 12 seconds. Shot by Terabeza, deflected into the corner. England will get it out to center. Back with it. Julian just sweeps it across to the near side, and that will take the last couple of seconds off the clock. And another good pace period. No tallies in the middle frame, and so Champlin Park Coon Rapids will maintain the 1-0 lead as we head to the third. We'll take a break and hopefully hear from Bluebirds head coach Todd Gutterman after this. You're watching CTN's live coverage of girls high school hockey.
Did you know Coon Rapids has a city code regulating the height of your grass? Grass and weeds must be kept under 8 inches high. Thank you for helping our city look its best. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
Back at the Buffalo Civic Center, Champlin Park Coon Rapids up 1-0 over the Bison, and they have really, the Champlin Park Coon Rapids Bluebirds have done everything in their power to make this a larger lead. They have really kept the pressure in the Bison end. They've put a lot of shots on Moots, but Moots giving her team every opportunity to stay in this game. We are joined now by Bluebirds head coach Todd Gutterman, and Coach, you got to be happy with the pressure your team has been able to have in the first two periods.
Yeah, they're playing awesome right now. We got to figure out a way to solve their goalie. She's standing on her head. A couple saves that period. I have no idea how she made, but we just got to stay aggressive. We could come in downhill and pin them in their zone. We'll get a couple more here.
Yeah, I know one of the things that against Wayzata, you had a few penalties early in that game. You, for the most part, did a pretty good job of staying out of the box and making sure that you're even strength. Talk a little bit about that part of the first couple of periods.
That was the big message. Is I told them we can't take any stick penalties. They're lazy, and that's what happened against Wayzata. We stopped moving our feet, waved our sticks, and you end up in the box. Today when we get there, we're keeping our feet moving and we're getting in front of them to get to the puck, so we don't have to worry about them right now.
So what do you tell the girls during this second intermission to keep them from getting discouraged? That goaltender is doing everything she can to keep her team in the game.
We don't change nothing. We just got to take our eyes away. I think we can get a little bit more traffic in front of her and be a little hungrier in front for some of those rebounds. But the way we're playing, right now, we just don't change anything. You just get more aggressive in front of the net, and a couple will go.
All right, well, thanks for your time. Good luck in the third period. We'll take a look at some of the highlights from the second period. Not quite as many pucks on net as they had in the first period, but a great cross-crease save on that shut down Strauss right there. And, a little more opportunity for Buffalo in the second period than there was in the first, but that huge poke check by Moots, a shorthanded breakaway for Kennedy Bolander, had her way out in front of her crease, tried to go to the backhand, and Moots just able to get the poke check. And without that poke check, we have a 2-0 score.
Yeah, it's still just 5 shots on net for the Bisons through 2, and they're again going to have to continue to find out what they need to do to get their offense going. And as you had a great question at the end, what do you do to keep those girls, spirits up? Even they've had so many shots on net and just the one goal. They don't change anything. They just continue to pressure, and things will go in the back of the net.
Well, we will take a break. 17 more minutes of regulation ahead. The third period coming up next on CTN. Boston, nice hands, drives and scores. Comes down to this, a third period, 1-goal game. Champlin Park, Coon Rapids scoring less than 90 seconds into the first. Since then, they have pressured incredibly hard, but not able to find a solution to Maddie Moots. Buffalo able to hold the zone. Kylie Scott able to step up. She will lead the rush through center. Scott deep to the left corner. Skates around behind. Stops up. Pressured, and it's taken away by Reagan Worm. Worm will lead a 3-on-2 charge. Back the other way. Moves it across for Kubu. Trying to get it back to her. Does. A shot, a save, and a cover for Maddie Wastrel.
Rostow, she at first was not sure if she was going to lose the handle on that puck and just wanted to make sure she brought it in before a Bison could get in there. You're going to see she's just able to get the puck in, but it's going to get away from her again, and she's able to make sure she grabbed it and will take that face off.
Off the draw, played to the line, kept in, a block by Kennedy Bolander, battling with Bergstrom along the boards. Bergstrom able to get it back into the Bluebird end. Bree Del Castillo plays it back around to the near side. Bolander flips it ahead, tipped out to center by McKenzie. McKenzie into the zone, she'll take a shot, misses wide. Far side, Del Castillo forces it in deep. McKenzie a chance, and no goal. It's waved off. It got in behind. I thought Moots had covered it, but the celebration and
that celebration short-lived. You know, Bluebirds would love to get an opportunity to get a little cushion here and score a second goal.
Off the draw, Del Castillo plays it back behind. Bolander bobbles, then recovers, lost the handle. A chance for Strauss that's turned away by Moots. Julian able to hold the line momentarily, now forced into the Bluebirds' end. Icing waved off. Bree Del Castillo chased behind the net by Johnson. Her pass picked off. Pressure out front. The save for Wastrel turned to the corner. Schwartzer tried to send it to the point, instead sends it all the way back into her own end. Strauss pressuring hard into the corner against Kriegshaus. Played to the line. Scott tried to hold it in, could not. And now Johnson will dump it in deep and did not get the red line first, so that'll be icing. Face off back to the right of Maddie Moots.
So far, already 4 shots on net for the Bison here in this third period, trying to get their offense going, knowing just trailing 1-0. If they can get a tally, they're right back in it.
Yeah, as long as it stays a 1-goal game,
yep,
they've got every chance right now. Buffalo out shooting the Bluebirds in this period, 4-2.
4-1. 4-1.
Sorry.
Yep.
Minneapolis Met.
Yeah, you know.
Tie up off the faceoff. A shot in by Ketting is turned away. Played to the point. Scott a shot, the save, and the cover by Moots.
Yeah, just Scott puts it inside, and Moots able to easily drop on that puck.
Well, you heard Coach Gunnerman talking about getting more traffic in front. Great job by Annika Englund there, just moving the Bluebirds out of the way, letting her goaltender see the shot all the way. Makes it so much easier for her to make the save. Another shot from the point by Scott is held by the glove of Moots. Love that helmet, too.
Yep.
Yeah, if I haven't said
anything purple,
because I know I haven't said it yet. I was
have
just
not.
about to say, I'm a big fan of purple and white.
Yep. Wonder why.
Behind the net, Terabeza tried to center. It was turned away, came right back to her. A little wrist shot, misses wide. Kubu out of the far corner, dumps it back. The pass ahead, and a 2-on-1 broken up with a poke check by Scott. Scott cuts to the middle, a shot blocker saved by Moots. And they are starting to float. That pass doesn't click. That'll be icing.
Well, the Bison would like to try and spring something here and try and get a breakaway at some point.
Well, we saw in the second period they were clearly trying to break out cross ice and keep the Bluebirds honest on the defensive pinch. Now they're trying to float two and just do a jailbreak breakout, just throw the puck and try and run on it and see if you can get that odd man rush that way. Good battle behind. Ness tried to center. That was broken up. Kubu. His pass just out of the reach of Reynolds. Reynolds able to knock it down, keep it in the zone. Julian tracks it down, fanned on the pass attempt. Comes loose for Milton. They'll try breaking up the far boards. Ness can't get it out. Sent in by Kubu. Back to Terabeza near side, across for Ness. Ness tried to dump it in, didn't get it deep. Milton cuts it off, gets it back in the Buffalo end. Pass for Reynolds, tipped away from her by Julian. Bolander able to keep it out of the zone, comes back to Englund. Her pass is broken up by Bolander. Bolander tied up there. And now Schwartzer walks in, plays it out front, and Heckner tied up as the puck goes into the corner. She battles there. And now through traffic, changed direction, but able to keep an eye on it and cover it up was Madeline Westerl.
Yeah, again, and now we'll see the face-off to her left. They're going to see the pressure inside a little bit. Are still able to make the cover.
Back behind McKenzie, long pass out of the reach of Bolander, turned around to center ice and sent back in by Englund. Scott avoids a stick check, flips it ahead. Bolander trying to get it back to McKenzie. Instead, back the other way comes Nicole Schwartzer. She got it in for Heppner, knocked off her stick. And now here comes McKenzie back the other way. Knocked away by Ryden. Those two tie up behind. Support came from Heppner, who moves it along. Kept in again by Julian. This one to the line, but again, Julian able to hold the zone. Strauss forces it through a couple of defenders, in on Moots. Bolander back behind. It bounced away from McKenzie. Del Castillo holds, and then Strauss able to push it in. McKenzie knocked down out front. She tried to get to the puck behind the net. Strauss bumped off it as she enters the zone. Ryder got it back. There's Kubu with it momentarily. Nicholas plays it in deep. Ryden plays it right back out to center. Ketting tied up. Got it back to Julian across for Qualley. Qualley trying to pass. That was broken up by Ryden behind her own net. It's played off the boards by Ryder. Kubu is challenged, coughs it up. Julian the shot, save, and the hold by Maddie Moots.
That shot right into Moots, and she realized the best thing for her to do is just hang on to that puck and get the face off. Bluebirds trying to get some pressure inside. We talked about trying to get that second goal, add a little cushion to them, a little insurance.
Nicholas plays it behind. Qualley had it roll off her stick, gets it right back from Ketting. Got away from her. And now out to center. Center comes Reagan Worm. She'll dump it in deep. Emily Nicholas, first one there in the far corner. Couple of Bison there. Worm will come away with the puck. Worm's pass taken away by Ketting. Ketting skates to center. Avoids the pressure from Reynolds. Gets into the Bison zone. Goes deep to her backhand out front, but the pass, Qualley couldn't get a stick on it. Scott through some traffic out front, and a chance on the doorstep for Brooke Johnson is turned away. Worm skates with it to center. Had about 3 steps after the catch in her own zone, but apparently that's okay.
It's a carry in basketball.
It's a carry in hockey.
I know.
That could be a trip, too.
That could be.
But I digress. What do I know about this game?
Yeah, you know just a little bit.
I've been around it once.
You have been around once or twice.
The player catches the puck above her head, turns her hand over, takes 2 strides before dropping it onto her stick. You can't do that. But hey, no harm, no foul.
Right.
And it's been a clean game, great pace. Chance, short angle shot by Schwartzer, turned away. Played to the line, held by Hepner. Her shot deflected out front by Schwartzer, and a good save again. And really, the tides have turned here a bit in this third period as Buffalo getting much more offensive zone possession time and quality opportunities on net.
Well, they need to, obviously trailing 1-0. Like we said, just they get one tally and it's tied up, and it's a different contest.
Abby Ness from behind her own net. Bison completing a line change as she skates it into the zone. That shot through the blue paint all the way back out to Julian at the point. Her shot blocked into the corner. Tara Beza tied up there with Bergstrom. Johnson poked at it. Comes free. Julian will send it out front. Glove save by Moots. Oh, that was up in her armpit.
Yep.
But either way, able to secure it for a face-off midway through this third period.
Again, you just push something to the net. And Julian just trying to push it out in front, see if maybe she can get it to trickle by her or get a rebound.
Reynolds, pass ahead, taken away by Kylie Scott. It's tipped off her stick by Worm. Worm will send it in deep. Kylie Scott behind her own net, plays it high off the glass. That'll bounce out to center. Turned back in by Englund, right back out by Nicholas. Englund, near side for Reynolds. Pass handcuffed Worm into the Bluebird zone. Nicholas stops up, rethinks it. Her pass kicked away by Reynolds, and here's Scott. Scott lost the handle and is tripped up, and second penalty of the game for Buffalo, both against Reagan Worm.
Well, and here's the Bluebirds' chance now on the power play to see if they can get that second goal.
Well, they had 5 shots on goal during their first power play. For a second, I wasn't sure they were going to call it.
Yeah.
And, you know, the turnover meant it would have been a 3-on-1. But the call is made, the whistle blows, the advantage is here. Tara Beza's shot is blocked. And Schwartzer will send it the length of the ice. Scott behind her own net, pressured all the way back behind the goal line by Schwartzer. She'll skate to center, get around the stick check of Hepner to the slot, shot up over the cage. This one swung around the boards by England, held by Scott at the blue line. That shot misses wide. Out to the line, Scott shoots through traffic, the save made, rebound poked to the corner by Hepner.
Well, and that's the rebound that the Bluebirds were looking for, just didn't have a player out in front.
Scott, long pass ahead. Brooklyn Johnson in the neutral zone as it tipped off her stick. Sent again back to the Bluebirds' end by Ryder.
Good job by the Bison just to clear it out of harm's way.
Tara Beza has it poked off her stick by Ryden. Ryden trying to clear, hit her own teammate, swept back in deep by Tara Beza. England will get it to Ryden, and Ryden will send it right back to her. Under 30 seconds remaining in the Worm penalty, and this one sent the length of the ice. Julian looks ahead. Gets it to McKenzie. McKenzie into the zone. She takes a shot and misses wide. Out front, a chance, point blank, and Moots able to make the save and cover up.
Again, Moots has definitely been the star for the Bisons in terms of how she's played in the net. 46 saves here so far tonight.
2 seconds left on the Worm power play, and the Bluebirds have to be ready. If they lose this faceoff and the Bison play it to center, they're going to have Worm all alone behind the defense. And here it is. They come in 3-on-1. The shot short angle, gloved by Wastrel. And we'll have a faceoff in the Champlin Park Coon Rapids end.
Yeah, and you know, and again, Coach Huddy's message to his squad is just keep applying pressure. We're right there. We're only trailing by a goal.
Yeah, and both these teams very early in the season, both still looking for their first win.
Yep.
And you know, with the way they've played and for the most part dominated the contest, this would be a very deflating thing if the Bluebirds could not come away with a win here. That one coughed up right to Kyla Ketting. Ketting spins around off the boards, plays it back in deep. Worm is there, tipped off her stick. Played to the line, not out, sent back in, doesn't make it through the traffic. Off the boards, Marlo Reynolds gets it ahead to Worm. Worm attacking 1v2, tipped away by Kylie Scott. She'll send it in on the backhand. Scott lost the handle, right in close. Marlo Reynolds on a turnover in a dangerous spot. Just not able to get it past Wastrel.
I mean, you can see it there, and then Wastrel just making sure she just gets that pad up against the side of the net, not allowing her to get it past, and again, she just does a good job of covering up and forcing that face-off.
Shots on goal 10-10 in this third period. Abby Ness ahead to Molly Terabeza. Terabeza one-on-one against Pregshaus. Going around on the forehand, a shot, rebound, and Ness can't control it, still loose. Hacked at, whacked at, Ness turned around and her shot deflected into the far corner. Ryden will play it around behind. Julian pressuring on the boards. And held at the line by Brooke Johnson. Shot in, didn't have a lot on it. Terabeza out of the corner, tried to center. Pass was a little behind Abby Ness, and it goes back into the corner. Swept behind the net by Ryden. Pregshaus ahead for Schwartzer. Cross-ice pass. Broken up by Brooklyn Johnson. Gets out to center. Ness tags up. Can't hold the zone. Fired back in by Bree Del Castillo. We're under 3.5 minutes left. Good step-up read there by Julian, but Schwartzer able to get control, get it turned around, and send it deep into the Bluebirds' end. Bree Del Castillo leaves it for Julian, ahead for Bolander. Her pass taken away by Reynolds. Reynolds had it deflected off her stick by Julian as she entered. And now is Kubu attacking for the far side, tried to center, and this one up and out of play off the stick of Shelby Julian.
Yeah, Julian just tried to get it off that glass, but put it a little bit too high, and can't take you anywhere yet.
Anyone got a napkin?
Yeah. Use your shirt.
Bison win the draw. Shot doesn't get through traffic. Played high off the glass and out to center ice by Lily McKenzie. And fired back in deep by Nola Milton. Tie up in the near corner. Couple more players join the fray. Kicked at, poked at. Finally, Reagan Worm able to come away with it for Buffalo. Gets it ahead to Anna Kubu. Kubu trying to go wide around Scott, forced into the corner. Her pass taken away. Scott flips it ahead for Bolander. Backhanded pass gets out to center, looking for Emma Strauss. It was broken up. And Bison able to send it back in deep. Strauss tips it back out to center. Bouncing puck finally settled and sent in deep by Maya Hepner. Scott will swing it around. Bolander can't control. Here's an opportunity in the save by Wastrel. Good chance in close for Nicole Schwartzer. This one's sent out by Milton. Back into her own end is Grace Bergstrom. Plays it across. And the Bluebirds able to keep it in the zone. Ness trying to center. As her teammates all finishing a line change. She's out there against 5 white jerseys. That one will get out to center. Scott stepping up. Under a minute to go in the first period. Scott deep in the corner. Finds some room from the faceoff dot up over the net. Good hold at the line by Tara Beza. Bergstrom swings it around far side. Del Castillo can't keep it in as Kubu plays it past her. Or Johnson rather. Near side. Bluebirds. Johnson in tight, tried to go high short side and hit it off the side of the net. Out to the point. Julian is shot through the traffic into the far corner, down to 15 seconds remaining. And that was just a dumb penalty. A lot of dumb penalties.
Yeah, it's bad. Oh, look at that.
Well, I mean, they were going to get a penalty here because Abby Ness had knocked the Bison player off of her feet in front of the net. They were going to get the power play, which would have given them an offensive zone draw.
Right.
And an extra man. They could have taken the goalie out and had a 6-on-4 with about 15 seconds left, and instead,
this foolish retaliation.
Grace Bergstrom decides to then dish out a little payback, and they're discussing exactly what kind of penalties are going to be enforced here. And there you saw Moots coming in to
Moots is
help.
aggressive. Yeah, she's protecting her players in front.
Bergstrom has to keep her emotions in check at that time. That is the difference between having an offensive zone faceoff and a 6-on-4 versus being 5-on-5 and having the faceoff in your own zone.
Exactly.
I mean, when you're under 30 seconds left and you're down by 1, it's the difference between having a legitimate chance and really just giving that chance right back to your opponent.
You know, I understand the frustration that's going
100%.
on. Yeah, absolutely.
And you absolutely want to help out your teammates and step up and all of those things. But right there, the Bluebirds took a dumb penalty that would have given them an absolutely golden opportunity to get their goaltender out of the net, which the Bluebirds had kept them bottled up in their own zone the last minute and a half. They had no chance to get Moots to the bench. Here was an opportunity to get a face-off with the extra player in the offensive zone, and because you couldn't keep your emotions in check at a critical time in the game, you threw that away.
Yeah, absolutely.
Again, I totally understand. I've been there. I've been on the end where I could not control my emotions.
No.
But yeah, I know it's hard to believe.
It's such an easygoing, calm individual.
Yeah. But yeah, that just killed a great opportunity for him.
Yeah, because the puck's now back down in the obviously in the Bison end, and with very little time remaining, you're right. That would have been the opportunity for Buffalo to see if they could tie it up.
Yeah, I mean, and then they would have been able. They did take the timeout, but that would have been the opportunity to call that time up, draw up a play off the draw. They do get it in deep. The pass out front. Good stick check by Wastrel. She will hold on for the shutout. And what a game.
It really was a game. I mean, you look at how Buffalo played, and you look at Maddie Moots and the fact that she had 47 saves tonight. 47 saves. That's pretty remarkable. And the Bluebirds will get their first win of the season, a 1-0 tally over Buffalo. But with all the shots on net, it could have been a lot different score. But other than Maddie Moots doing a great job of keeping the puck out of the net, except for that one time.
Yeah, and it's got to be a little frustrating again for Buffalo now 0-3.
Yep.
In a game that their goaltender, as Coach Gutterman talked about, stood on her head and kept her team in the game, gave them a chance all the way to the end. And it's just, the foolish penalty by Ness would have given them that great opportunity, but the retaliation just gave that opportunity right
killed
back.
It killed their opportunity to tie this game up, and the Bluebirds will take it. They'll take that win, and they'll move on to, as you mentioned, now 1-1 record, as they will play at Centennial on Saturday. Oh, is it?
They host.
Oh, I'm thinking of next Tuesday. My bad. Because
Okay.
next Tuesday it's at Centennial, so they do host at Champlin.
At the Forum.
Yeah, you're right.
On Saturday.
I'm getting my days mixed up. I don't know. What can I say? I'm old. I'm getting ahead of myself.
You're a little confused, which made me a lot confused, which is not a difficult thing to do. But what a game, a fun one, and they would have liked a larger margin of victory, but that is win number 1 for head coach Todd Gutterman and the 21-22 Champlin Park Coon Rapids Bluebirds. We want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young, saying goodnight.